Folks, welcome back to Star Power Baseball. I'm your host, Dennis. We're going to talk about the rule book again. This is episode number 21 about the rule book. And today we're going to talk about the hit and run. By the way, let's take care of the business end of this real quick. If you don't mind, scroll down to the bottom of the page down there, hit the like button if you like the video, and please subscribe to our channel. We sure appreciate that. The more subscriptions, the better the content gets. That's just how it is. Also, feel free to leave comments in the comment section. We read every one of them, and we sure do appreciate it. Without any further interruption ado or none of that stuff there, let's get right on to this section, number 21 in the rule book, and this is going to deal with the hit and run. With runner on first base, let's just read it. Hit and run card may be used if there are runners on first and third. Only runner from first is running. First and second, both runners are running, or second base if you're totally insane. All right. This describes if the play is successful or if the play is unsuccessful. How do we know if the play is successful or unsuccessful? We'll get into that. If the play is successful, the results at 13 or 7, then this is what happens. The batter safe at first, base runners advance two bases, no location spin is necessary. You don't need it. Your runner's running, single, goes 2 bases. That's the hit and run. It's a safe play on a 13 or a 7. If the result is 11, then the batter is safe at second, as 3, 4, and 5 base runners automatically score from first, as 0, 1, and 2 runners use the double to the outfield key. There you go. Simple as can be. If the result is a G, the batter is out. The affected runners advance 1 base. No location spin is needed. No error spin because there's runners on base. 2, 6, or 12, spin a location spin. If the result happens to be a single, the runners will advance 2 bases, batter safe at first. If the result's not a single, then the batter is out and the runners will advance 1 base. We will get into more of how that becomes a single on a ground ball as we get into the defensive end, but believe me, it can happen. Ground balls sneak through that infield. Okay. If the result is a K or a 10, the batter is out and the runner must attempt to steal the next base. Multiple runners on base, the defense may choose which base stealer will be the target. There you go. So if you got runner on first and second and you're doing a hit and run, I can elect to throw the guy out at third. I don't have to throw the guy out at second base. I can go for the guy at third, or I can go for the guy at second. Okay. Next. If the result is an F, a 4, an 8, or a 14, the batter's out and the runners hold. If the result's a 9, the batter is safe at first. The runners will advance if they are forced. If the runner is not forced, then they have to try to steal. That's why I say it's pretty crazy to try to hit and run from second base. Okay? There it is. Now, let's talk about what makes a successful hit and run spin. Because we talked, it had to be successful. Those are the results that happen if the spin is a successful hit and run. The results are going to be H, B, or P. Those are successful. Okay? On an H, pitcher served up a meatball, don't spin the pitcher, spin the batter. If the result, just like an H on the pitching key. If the result's not a 1, 5, 7, 11, or 13, then respin the batter unless it's a 3. We don't ever respin a 3. Okay, a B, do not spin the pitcher, just spin the batter, take the result. And on a P, spin the pitcher and do what the pitcher tells you to do. There you go. What is an unsuccessful hit and run? An unsuccessful hit and run is the D, the F, or the X. On the D, the batter strikes out. He's out, and the runner is out trying to steal second, okay, or third. You can choose, if it's first and second, I can choose which one to throw out. Generally, I'm going to throw out the lead runner. Okay, double play. If runners are on first and second, or if the bases are loaded and there are no outs, the result is a line drive caught by a middle infielder, and dude, triple play. So that's why I say it's nuts to try to run from second base alone. So if it's first and second, nobody out, I got a triple play, unassisted. How about that stuff, huh? Unassisted triple play. So on a D, right here, and if you look at that, it has to land right on that. The circumstance has to be right. On a D, strikeout, throw them out, double play. If you have two runners running at the same time, triple play. Line drive, triple play. F, foul ball, runners are holding, runners are not running, the hit and run was not successful, spin the pitcher and play as normal. And then X, the lead runner is picked off and out, spin the pitcher. So, like say you're running from first, he's the lead runner that's running, he's picked off. If it's first and second and you're doing a hit and run, then that is the guy at second's picked off. Lead runner picked off, other runners hold. Okay? Then you got batter misses pitch. That's unsuccessful hit and run. Runners must attempt to steal the next base. Any result of runner holds on the steal attempt, an H. Or when you spin the steal bases and it says the runner holds, he's out. All right? Safe. Out. Easy. Okay, that's on batter misses pitch. So those are your unsuccessful hit and runs. Successful, H, B, P. Unsuccessful, D, batter misses pitch, F, or X. And there's your results. One other thing that we do with the hit and run, and that is a hit and run full count. When you have two outs, a runner on a forced base position, first base, first and second, bases loaded, you can do what we call hit and run full count. With this, all your fielders move back to normal depth. So there is no first in, third in. There's no more prevention defense because they're running on a full count. Second thing is you spin the hit and run card. When you spin the hit and run card, this card here, you spin it, this one right here, you spin it. If the result is batter misses pitch, then the batter strikes out. Why? It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Batter misses pitch, strike 3. Inning over, go to the other team gets to bat now. Any other result, any of this right here, and you spin the pitcher. Doesn't matter if it's a D, an H, B. There is no successful or unsuccessful about the regular chart. On a hit and run full count, the only negative result is batter misses pitch. All other results result in spin the pitcher. Okay? Spin the pitcher. Then do whatever the pitcher tells you to do. If it says B, spin the batter, K, then strike out, whatever it gets. That's hit and run, full count, only done with 2 outs. Well, that covers the hit and run, guys. It's pretty easy. Nothing there that's over complex. Nothing there that kind of takes your breath away. It's really easy. It's a often used card, especially hit and run full count. That's one of my favorite things to use. Now, guys, real quick, if you need to talk about questions or anything, feel free to email me at warhammerworld@hotmail.com. I'm Dennis, coming to you live from the Cincinnati Razorback Room in Siloam Springs, Arkansas. Glad to take your call. Again, warhammerworld@hotmail.com. Do make comments on the videos. We appreciate all of them, and we try to answer every one. Also, subscribe and like us. We appreciate that. And remember this, guys. All you AppBot players and Stratomatic players out there, guys, dice are nice, man. And we use dice, but we don't roll them. We just use them as markers because dice are nice. But the spin's in. This is Dennis. To you next time on Star Power Baseball.